This is Scary Tree. It's right at the entrance of Speedway. If you turn right, you go on Speedway. You turn left, you end up on Scary Tree, depending on which direction you're going. This is pretty soft trail today. We got a lot of snow. Oh boy, hope I can get through here. The snow is very deep. This makes this trail pretty difficult. In my opinion, this trail is a blue, but when the snow is like this, it's black. It's very hard on the legs. When the snow's this deep, my recommendation, if you have a dropper post, lower your seat quite a bit. It's a little bit harder on your legs, but just get your weight right over your back tire so you can actually pedal. Of course, it's hard to sustain that, but when you start getting really bogged down, it makes a huge difference. I'm riding this from the entrance to Blue Dot. I think I accidentally said Speedway earlier. To Smoke Jumper Trailhead. If I can get this. I slipped out. Yeah, let's try that again. Push your way through these. Oh my. Somebody else has been through here. All right. There we go. I should put my seat up now. There is absolutely no room to put my foot down if I stop. Which makes this coming up here look a little hard. If you put your foot down, you just sink. The snow is so deep. Because of that, I hope I don't encounter somebody coming up the other way. Whew, there we go. Some momentum for this. There we go. Yeah. If you stop, I don't know how to get started back up again. Okay, here's the fun part. Sure does look pretty in here. I love all these birch trees. Maybe they're aspen. I have had a hard time telling the difference between birch and aspen. I've Googled it a million times. Maybe somebody can tell me. I think we have both here in Anchorage. I have these trees in my yard I really thought were birch. I had an arborist come out and he said they're aspen. And the way he described, you tell the difference. I don't really remember. I'd like to know. I'd like to know what all the local flora is. I'm actually surprised I'm able to get through this at all. It's kind of fun. It's not very fast, but I kind of feel like it's the kind of trail I can only get through on a bike. I'm sure that's not true, but that's what it makes me feel like, so I'll take it. I definitely wouldn't be able to walk through this. I'd just be sinking. I said that. I'm sure snowshoes would be the best way, but I don't know. I like my bike way more than snowshoes. Whoa. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. I'm up to my hips. Let's try that again. Keep going. I think we're almost there. That thing got me in the face. Of course, I brought goggles with me, but didn't put them on because it's not too bright. They also protect you from the limbs. All right. Some of these little soft patches just grab your front tire and pull you over. That's kind of the trick about this. Just don't stop. I don't know why this is so fun, but it is. Kind of like riding one really long skinny that's all windy. As you, when you step off to the side, it's kind of like falling off the edge of a skinny. You just have to push through these trees. Okay. Now, thank you to whoever came out here and snowshoed this. Even though this feels barely rideable, it is rideable. I know that's because people were out here snowshoeing. All right. I'm using the mix of my brakes and pedaling to get through this. Because there's just like a perfect speed to get around these windy corners. That's my technique. Of course, you might have your own, which is fair enough. And I have my seat halfway down to give more weight. This is another one of those wonderful anchorage trails that is only accessible in the winter, which is nice. I kind of like that we get that. Say it's the North Fork of the Campbell Creek. I'd have to look that up. You do not want to go over the edge here. Oh boy. Looks a little scary. Oh my. Yeah, I don't want to end up in the creek. It's the frozen creek version of exposure. Oh, man. It's beautiful in here. Some of these are so narrow that the pedals are hitting the snowbanks on the side. There we go. Like, so when the snowbanks are too thick, it's like your pedals hit it, you just stop. Okay, come on. There we go. Kind of wondering if riding it the other direction is better. I think I'm going to do that. I'll post that in a separate video. This is going from the tour trail to Smoke Jumper. And I'll post one that's from Smoke Jumper to the tour trail. So that looks pretty fun too. part's way easier. Probably gets a lot more traffic. We're closer to Smoke Jumper Trailhead at this point. Okay, here's the fork. Pretty sure if you go that way, it goes to Tree Fort, which I've heard is not really rideable right now. And this way, you continue down Scary Tree. If I said the name of that trail wrong, I'll put it up on a map. Oh, I got a lot wider here. Oh yeah, we do have dog sled crossing here, so look out for that. And here we are. Smoke Jumper Trailhead. That was Scary Tree. I think I'm gonna turn around and ride it backwards, because that looked kind of fun to go the other way.